A topic I often, or something I often think about whilst I'm out on my bike, is why I like fat bikes so much. I've done a lot of videos talking about them and go on about them quite a lot, but coming from a mountain bike background, the whole thing originally when I got a mountain bike was to ride off-road, and I think I've mentioned before that if a fat bike had been around in the 1980s, then we'd have all been on one from the get-go, because it's the Land Rover of bicycles. That's what it is really. It's not a Formula One car. It's not a street racer. It's an off-road bicycle, and it's perfect for it. Obviously they came from Canada. They're still massive in America for snow. That's their main use. Snow is really where they rule. But for me, I found that they are, when it comes to the UK, they're just so versatile. Come the winter, you just can't wait to get out in the mud or the frost or whatever. I mean, they wet rocks, roots, stuff like that. They just love. You just let the tyre pressure down a bit and away you go. So yeah, I mean, fat bikes. Yes, I think it's just the versatility, the simplicity. I love simple. I love bicycles. Yes, e-bikes are here, and there's a lot of them around now, and I can see the draw. If I was still into downhill racing like I used to be, or downhill riding more, then I probably have an e-bike, just because you get more runs in. But any other use, I'm just not interested at all. My whole thing is I like cycling because of probably two or three things. One is fitness, health, fitness, and the other is personal achievement, and lastly, something that I always go by, and that's simplicity. I just love the simplicity of a bike. Bar chain lube and wear and tear on a few things, you've got nothing to look after. It's just clean it, keep it up together, and ride it, and just enjoy it. And it's simple. You can chuck it in the back of your car, or you can cycle it to wherever you want to go, and it's just just that simplicity. That's one of the main reasons I probably have never gone down the e-bike route. I just can't be bothered with all the palaver of yet something else you've got to charge up, stuff to go wrong, motors to go wrong, or each drivetrains and stuff like that. So it's not for me. I'd have a motorbike. That's probably why I haven't got a motorbike, because I don't want all the maintenance of a motorbike. So and cycling has just kept me fit. I know I've had a recent blip in my fitness, but that's nothing to do with, that's just one of those things. Yeah, people say to me, oh, it's all right for you, you're fit, you can ride this. Yeah, but the only reason I can do that is because I've been riding for 35 years and just kept my fitness. And one of the massive benefits of that is that obviously you can eat a lot of stuff and not put on weight. It's really good. You can eat lots of cake. But anyway, I slightly digress. Getting off fat bikes, I just needed to sort of just give a bit of a just a bit of a promotion for fat bikes. If you've never tried one, it's worth just having a go, just finding someone who's got one and just try it. But try it in an area that you know, try it in a place you know, and if you're curious at all, you may find you like it. Right now, what I'm seeing in this country is people are using it for bike packing, because it carries more load. It'll carry a load, it's more comfortable. Again, it's simple, so if you want the comfort of a full sus, you just get a fat bike, load it, and it's just beautiful to ride. Even on the road, it's absolutely fine. Your pace is your pace. For me, when I go out and do a long ride now, bike packing on this bike, it's not about speed. It's about smiles and comfort and enjoyment and the ability to be able to carry stuff and go wherever I want. So if I get somewhere and I think, I'm on a road, I just get fed up with roads, and you want to go off down a track somewhere, you haven't got to worry about, oh, is this bike going to cope with whatever? It'll just do it. So that's one of the main things really. It's just its versatility. Again, it's one of my things. One of my pet things is whatever I have, whether it be a vehicle or whatever it is, I like to get more than one use out of it. So I've got a van. You know, I use a van for everything because it's versatile. I don't want a car for this and a vehicle for that and this and that. I use a van for everything. And the same with a bike. I like a bike that will do everything, and it will do everything. It'll go on the road, it'll go off road, it'll go in snow, it'll go on mud, it'll go bike packing, it'll go racing, cross country, it'll do whatever you want. Simple as that. So jack of all trades, I guess. So that's why it just wins for me. And anyone else out there who's thinking, well, when you're young and you're full of beans and you want to achieve stuff and you want to win everything, and I can understand that it's just not fast enough. You know, I've been there, I've done that sort of stuff. I've done racing, I've done race downhill, I've raced cross country, and I wouldn't have done it on. I wouldn't choose to race a cross country race on a fat bike, not unless it's against lots of other fat bikes. But now my racing bug is gone in a way. It's now about enjoyment, massive enjoyment over everything else. Just if you want to stop, take a picture, eat something, whatever, you just stop. And the camaraderie as well, the social side of social side of all cycling really, or all sort of activities. Obviously there's a social side to any activity you do, whether it be playing darts, going to the pub, walking a dog or whatever. There's always a group of people, the like-minded people that you can get together with and have a chin wag. And fat biking is definitely one of those. So you get a lot of they've either done a lot of stuff already, or they feel too intimidated to have something that looks fast and racy. So if you get on a fat bike, no one assumes you're going to be fast. So the pressure of having to perform is gone. From my experience though, most of the people I know who've got a fat bike are pretty good on a bike, to be honest. And certainly fit enough, or fitter than most your average person, just because they cycle really. And yeah, I mean some of the favourite places I ride now are the Forest of Dean. I ride a lot all year round. I love it because there's such a lot of variety. You've got woodland, you've got grassland, you've got everything there. Hard packed trails, get out of the wind and the rain because of the trees, so it's very all weather. I also like riding up around the Cotswolds, where we are, up around Cranham, same sort of thing really, especially in the summer. In the single track, it's just a fat bike on single track is just something else. The grip, and they just whip it through the trails is really, really nice. And then we go a lot up to the Lake District, up on the rocks, up in the fells. Again, fat tyres are so amazingly grippy on that stony, rocky terrain. You don't, like I say again, you don't need rear suspension. You need front suspension, to be honest, if you're going to do that sort of thing. But rear suspension, you just don't need it. And yeah, it's just really worth having a go. I was chatting to somebody today about something else as well. We were out on a ride and bumped into some people with e-bikes, and we just got chin-wagging, talking as you do. And one of them said, "Oh, can I just have a look at your bike?" And I said, "Yeah, carry on." And he got off his e-bike and picked mine up, my fat bike, and was completely, the look on his face when he took off. He just picked it up expecting this big heavy bike, and he said like it's just like nothing, weighed nothing at all. Anyway, so he had a go on it. This is a guy who's never cycled other than e-biked. He bought his first bike was an e-bike, so he's never experienced cycling, and he was shocked at how easy it was to ride. He was really, you could see on his face, he was really shocked how easy it was to ride that bike. And that's a fat bike, you know, so a normal bike would be even better if it's lightweight. So like I say, a lot of people just don't understand. They think, oh, cycling's got to be hard work. Oh, that's going to be terrible. But yeah, it was really funny to see. And yeah, I mean, really, that's it. I just wanted to sort of just done this little video of us, me and my mate Steve. I'm recovering from, I've still got polymyalgia and I'm on medication for it, steroid treatment, and I'm trying to keep fit. So I've had a spell off the bike. I've initially had my initial illness, then sort of recovered with steroid treatment, got cycling again, and as I was coming off the tablets, it all came back, so I had to go back onto full medication again, which I'm now on now, so I'm sort of functioning again now. But I lost a lot of fitness in between, so I'm gradually going out. I'm going out with Steve, my mate, in the forest, and we're doing sort of gentle miles, nothing crazy, and it's paying off. He's getting fitter, I'm getting fitter, so the future's looking good. Hopefully I'm going to get off these tablets, and then I really want to get back into some really good bike packing, and I've got loads of ideas and plans that we want to do. We've also now got a dog. I got a little corgi for my wife at Christmas, and so we're looking to include her in our travels and stuff. So I'm going to get a bike together that we can hopefully carry the dog on the back should we need to, or she can run next to us or whatever. So we'll see how that works out. So we want to include her in stuff going forward. But yeah, fat biking is definitely worth a look. Definitely worth a look. A lot of people, the stuff you get in Canada when it comes to fat bikes, in Canada fat bikes tend to be 5-inch tyres, because you want the maximum width to stop you sinking in the snow. So the bigger the tyre, the better. And a lot of people in this country are the same. They like to have the bigger the tyre, the better. But for me, from the get-go, I've always settled on a 4-inch tyre, which to most people, I suppose, is massive. But the biggest is sort of 5.2, 5.5 even, some of them. Me, I like 26 by 4 or 27 by 4, and that just gives you enough comfort, gives you the benefits of a fat bike tyre, and keeps the weight down as much as possible, because the most important part of the performance part of a fat bike comes from the wheels. If you've got light wheels, the bike is transformed, because that's the bit you've got to initially get going. So investing in a good set of lightweight wheels is really, really worthwhile. If you're going to spend money, that's the place to spend it. Everything else you can hold off and save up and improve, but wheels, super important. You'll see on my rusty bike, which I'll show you as you'll see in this picture, I've got carbon wheels on that. I've had them for quite a long time. They will crack if you hit them hard enough, but we had a set repaired for about 80 quid, and they're fine. I've actually sold them on and they're still going. So yeah, very good investment really. If you're really into your fat biking and you want a bit more of that extra performance, carbon wheels are good. Nexty also do carbon wheels, and I'll just get a set and show you actually. Yeah, so Nexty do carbon wheels. We've done quite a few of these. They're slightly more affordable than I've got head rims on my one bike, but these are Xavier, I think they're called, carbon single wall, so really super thin. They're about 350 each, but so worth it. They weigh about 460 grams, I think, so super light, less than 500 grams. Super good for going tubeless. You've got single skin. You just got to tape the holes, and the rest of it will seal. Strong, no problem at all. So a good investment if you want to save weight and get some more extra performance. But our go-to wheel, probably the most popular rim on the market, is the DT710, which is this. So DT710, BR710 is the benchmark really. As light as some carbon. A lot of the double wall carbon rims are the same weight as this. This is about 660, 700, something like that grams, and you get a lot of carbon rims that weigh that. So these are really popular. I've got one pair left for a bike, otherwise at the moment they're like hen's teeth trying to get hold of these. Aluminium. You run this tape goes over the holes, and then on the other side of that you put your tubeless tape on, which is this stuff, Nexty tubeless tape. I will show you, I'll put a video up here, a link to a video here to show you how to tape them up. I'm going to do a video on taping, so that'll be on there on a link. And yeah, taping carbon rims or taping fat bike rims can be a headache, but I'll show you a little, I'll put a video up for you to see. And then it sort of builds into a wheel like this. So this is a custom painted BR710 rim. Did it for a build, which we're going to sell on. So I painted it black, put a pinstripe on it. This is a 4-inch tyre, Maxxis tyre. They're pretty good, they're not bad. Minion FBF and FBR, they're not bad. They roll quite well. I've got a set of 27.5 on my bikepacking bike, just because they're a slightly lower profile, because they're 27, and it just means I've got that cushion of a fat bike, but I've also got something that rolls a little bit better. when it comes to things like forks for a fat bike, we do rigids. These are salsa rigids. These have been custom painted, but these are good, very, very good. They've got mounts for bike packing bags, cages, and then we do either Manitou Mastodons or the new Ren Sports upside down fork, which has proved to be really good, really reliable. Tried a few of those now. I've done a few little, I've got a little, I'll put a link to a video below about those. But yeah, fat biking, it's really worth having a look at. If you're just the type of person who just wants to go off road and explore, then a fat bike will do that for you, and much more capable than any other bike you'll have. They're much low impact as well. That's another point I meant to mention, is they don't sink, so they don't cut into the ground. And we did a, for instance, we did a cross-country series of races at a local area called Ebworth, and we planned out the course in the woods with fat bikes. We all had fat bikes, and we were riding around trying to wear this course in and mark it out. And then came the day of the race. The race was open to everybody, obviously, and within the first lap the course was wrecked because all the two-inch tyres just sank through and just completely wrecked it. And we sort of forgotten what it's like to ride a normal bike. With a fat bike, you just don't make any, you just don't sink. So yes, you mark, sort of flatten the course, but you don't cut it up at all. So really, that's another bonus for a fat bike, is they're just very low impact. The erosion from a fat bike is just nothing. It's like any big balloon tired vehicle or anything, they spread the weight of that vehicle over a bigger area, so the actual compression of the ground is much less. So yeah, that's it really. The massive benefits of a fat bike. I'm a complete and utter convert. I've got no desire to go back to a skinny tyre. I've got a gravel bike with 2.8 inch or 2.6 inch tyres. It's okay, but it's just not the same. So every time I go to a skinny, I always end up back with a fat bike again. And I do miles on tarmac, absolutely fine. Ridden down over the Severn Bridge into Wales, through Bath, Bristol, no problem at all. And yeah, so there you go. Give it a go, give it a try. If you want to come and try one of my bikes, if you live local to us in Gloucester, or local to me in Gloucester, by all means come and knock me up and tap me up, come and have a go, chuck a leg over a bike and have a bash. Or if you know anybody, there's people all over the place with fat bikes now, all over the country. If you know anybody, just go and try one, see what you think, and before you know it, you'll be hooked just like I was. So anyway, there you go. Catch you later.